What's up guys, welcome to Gamers Therapy. My name is Ryan and I'm worried about Spider-Man PS4. I always forget, so please like, subscribe, hit the notification icon so that you're notified occasionally when I upload a new video. Thanks. It feels like Spider-Man PS4 has been a little too overhyped now, and okay, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I have been since I was 7 or 8 years old, reading all the comics, watching the shows, watching the movies, even that terrible 70s one. And I have been... My favorite Spider-Man game of all time was Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. And like a lot of people, it seems to be the benchmark. The general consensus is Spider-Man 2. And then you have the other side where it was, I think, Web of Shadows, where people, and Ultimate Spider-Man, where people were kind of in 3 different factions there. But it seems like most people are comparing Spider-Man 2 to Insomniac's game, Spider-Man PS4, which is coming out in September. Now, I'm worried that there's a lot of the game. I feel like the game has been overhyped a bit. Now, I'm not saying that is the media. I'm not saying that anybody's to blame for it, because majority of the social circles that I follow, I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, so obviously Spider-Man gets spoken about and the game gets mentioned quite a lot. But it's one thing to have fan theories and, you know, hypothesize, you know, what could be in the game, who the villains could be, you know, that's fun and stuff. But it seems like the community, the hardcore fan base, maybe even more hardcore than I am, has built up this game to this astronomical height that even myself, I'm guilty of it, being swept away with the hype. And I've started to get a little bit hyped out now. We've seen a lot of gameplay at E3 this year. I've watched a whole bunch of live panels and I've seen people playing differently, and I have a few concerns, but you know, nothing major. But I'm starting to think that Insomniac Spider-Man isn't going to be the be-all and end-all of Spider-Man games. I think it's going to be a drastic improvement over what we've received recently with The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was abysmal. But with the way the hardcore fans have built this up, I'm starting to worry that I'm going to be disappointed, because a part of me has now come to expect this absolutely fantastic Spider-Man game, and I've always found that if my expectations are set that high, I'm going to be disappointed. And so I'm trying to bring myself back, and I'm worried about this. I'm not worried about the game development itself. I'm not too concerned about that, because the Spider-Man game is a Spider-Man game, and everyone's own interpretation of the universe is their own interpretation of the universe, and they can change whatever they want. What I'm worried about though now is that the expectations have become so high that no matter what the game does, even if the game is near perfect, inside people's heads it's going to be this masterpiece that just cannot be lived up to. And this isn't a knock on Insomniac, this isn't a knock on the Spidey Squad members. This is more of me just trying to tell people, look, Spider-Man, the game looks absolutely fantastic, it looks awesome. But just keep your expectations in check, because you don't want to be disappointed. Insomniac is working so hard and have done so much to cater to the hardcore Spider-Man fan base. Brian Intihar is a fan of Spider-Man 2 himself, which he confirmed somewhere along the line. But it is a ton of pressure that they are under. And they are trying to cater to everybody, it seems, you know, where they can. They're always listening to feedback, but it is not going to be the perfect Spider-Man game, okay? Will it be better than Spider-Man 2? Quite possibly. A lot of people are saying that it is better than Spider-Man 2. Personally, just from what I haven't played it yet, so I don't really have an opinion. I can't have an opinion on the web swinging or anything. But from what I've seen of the gameplay, there's a few things that make me think, well, it's kind of Amazing Spider-Man with a bigger budget, or Spider-Man 2 from PS2 with a much bigger budget. That's what it seems like to me. But until I get my hands actually on the controller and start playing the game, I can't really say anything about that. That's just what it looks like from what I've seen of the gameplay demo. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to tell people, look, just calm down. We're all really excited, and that's great that you're excited, and I'm super excited. but I don't want to be disappointed, and I don't want the disappointment to be because of me, and then we know, if we're disappointed for some reason in the game, we take it out on Insomniac afterwards, and that's what I'm worried about. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to speak about in this video, was that I'm worried about the hype. I'm worried that it's been built up to these insane expectations that it could possibly not live up to, especially when it comes to story and villains. Has Spider-Man for the PS4 been overhyped? Are you still keen for it? If not, let me know in the comments below why or why not. Do you think it is going to be the be-all and, you know, this is the best Spider-Man game ever based on what you've seen? Or if you've actually had a hands-on impression that nobody knows about because, you know, it's overshadowed by, you know, Spidey Squad, Brian, IGN, and all the like major outlets that are covering this. Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If not, well, then just leave some hate mail if you don't like my opinions. But otherwise, be good to yourselves and be good to each other.